Hello, my name is Bojan Savic here at the Mercedes-Benz of Scottsdale, and today we have this all-new, super exciting 2021 Mercedes-Benz S580 4MATIC all-wheel drive. There's quite a bit of newness to tell you about this vehicle. I'll tell you about its exterior. I'll tell you about the interior of the vehicle. I'll tell you about the new features, some of the new industry standards on the features. And the thing that I will not tell you about the things that you already know. We all know that all the tires are black. We know all the windshields are clear, right? So let's get straight into it. All new 2021 S-Class. Right from the beginning, right from the start, you can recognize the 7th generation S-Class. So what did the Mercedes brought new? What should be recognized? What's some of the details that's gonna first stick in your eyes? Well, obviously, from the exterior, we're gonna see this new grille. We do have the Mercedes-Benz star right on the hood, as expected. It's the S-Class, right? The new grille that we have on this vehicle, we can see. By the way, first I have to mention that the new S-Class comes with the 3 lines of the vehicle. We have the luxury line, we have the AMG line, and now we have executive line. This is executive line S580 V4. If we're going to be exact about this vehicle, it means that vehicle is all-wheel drive. S580 comes only as an all-wheel drive. In this case, for the United States market, this vehicle comes only as a long wheelbase. So let's get into it again. The grille of the vehicle, you can notice a lot of horizontal lines. We have that in the grille. They go on the lower bumper, lower fascia of the vehicle. So the whole vehicle seems a little bit wider. But I'll tell you all else. Also, the front track is wider for about 1.5 inches. The rear track, the rear wheels are wider for a better stability of the vehicle. So yes, we're trying to convey the message of the vehicle. It's a little bit wider than before, and it is true. The vehicle is a little bit wider stance, a little bit safer for you. So far as on the details, how the vehicle looks, far as an impression of the vehicle, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, right? So what do we else have new? We have the new multi-beam LED headlights on the new upcoming Maybach that's gonna have the digital headlights, but we're gonna talk about it once the vehicle comes out. So the multi-beam LED, the headlights that we have, the new horizontal line on the executive. If we move right here to the side, what do we have in? We have the 20-inch wheels. Far as you can notice that far as on the outer skirts and the outer wheels of the car, they're a little bit spread out. Again, it looks wider. To the side of the vehicle, gonna notice, one of the first things that you might notice, what's going on with the door handles, right? They tucked in inside. I'm gonna go over also how many new features, how much more new standard features are you getting on the new S-Class. So the door handles are completely flush right now. When you're driving the vehicle is stationary. But in the case that you're opening the vehicle, they will pop out. Now, let me just go on the side. So it's very minimalistic approach. Far as on the side, you can notice only the one belt line, one crease that goes basically to the entire line of the car, from the rear taillight all the way to the front. We just have this one crease. So it looks very nice, elegant. You have the chrome stripe here on the bottom. One of the other things that I want to mention you that I want to I'm going to talk about a lot of new stuff. And again, that's what you expect. This is an S-Class, right? In this vehicle, we do offer a rear wheel steering. Again, rear wheel steering. The front wheel we steer, we all get used to it, right? But on the new S-Class, you can choose between the 4 degrees and about 10 degrees, as far as on the rear wheel steering. What does that do for you? Well, it will make this vehicle make the U-turn just like in our small A-Class. The turning radius is going to be crazy. So you can park this vehicle wherever you want. We do have the self-parking system on this vehicle. We had that before without rear wheel steering. Now, with the 10 degrees that comes on the executive line, this car can park itself anywhere, anyhow, and it's amazing. First time when you take the spin around in this vehicle, when you just try to make the turn, it's weird how fast can you turn. Again, we're gonna mention some of those other things. Now we're moving to the back part of this vehicle. Let me just touch the few things about the design of the rear end of this S580 all-wheel drive. One of the first things that you're gonna notice, we have the two-piece rear taillights, right? The rear two-piece, the taillights, the way that they function, the way that they illuminate and everything else, nothing short of awesome. But that's for one of the things. I'm not sure how much the video can transfer this to the viewer, but trust me, when you see it in person, it's quite a bit different, quite more impressive. So, as I mentioned, the S580 comes always as a 4MATIC. So on the rear tail end, far as on the vehicle, it's a minimalistic approach, far as on design, far as on the rear end, everything that you expect of the vehicle, just the emblem, insignia, Mercedes-Benz star in the front. On the rear bumper, we kept still the two exhaust pipes. And here you can see far as in the shape, but if you would really go and look at the underneath, you will notice that the dual exhaust is right here on the one side, dual exhaust right here on the other side. Now, as we're the rear part of the vehicle, that's where everything comes out to. And I want to mention that this particular vehicle, it is powered by our M176 far as on the design of the engine. This is a 4-liter bi-turbo, twin turbo, design of V8 that has that in this case produces 496 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. Some of you might notice that quite a bit of the Mercedes-Benz / AMG engines producing the 516 pound-feet of torque. I'll find out the answer why it's always 516 pound-feet of torque, and I will definitely let you know. The power is distributed by the 4MATIC, far as on the all four wheels. But now there's a lot more new and exciting features about this all new 2021 S-Class, and I want to reiterate at this point that this vehicle is still not on sale in the United States. It is not available. We cannot come in a dealership and take delivery of one, or we cannot test drive one, and I cannot show you the one. We just obtained this vehicle to show you the video, to tell you more about this new and exciting 21 S-Class. Follow me now to the interior of this beautiful S580. I'll tell you, just by when you sit, not touching, just by looking, just kind of getting familiar with the surrounding of this S-Class, paying attention on, you're trying to find some of the maybe defaults, maybe something wasn't done right, but then you're instantly reminded that you're in a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, right? You do expect the best from the best. You expect nothing less. And this vehicle not just delivers, it just blows you away. Every single, from the steering wheel, the shape, the size, from how the airbag was placed in, all the buttons, all the controls right here, to the driver's side door. How how nice it feels when you just touch this and you just exercise a little bit of pressure and the seat moves, far as on the entire driver's seat, heated, ventilated, all the seats. Again, my favorite blue color, far as an interior lighting, the stitching that's right on the top of the door, the gauges, the touches, the buttons, everything that you see, everything that you touch will give you the feeling of the best. That's it. Out of what's available, look no further. And that feeling, it's immediately, you're clear about it. You don't have any doubts. It kind of erases even the thought that you want to go somewhere else and maybe test it. But let me tell you about what's new. What are the things, some of the that you can't see? As I mentioned, what are the things that you cannot see? This vehicle is 132 pounds lighter than the ones before. You didn't expect that to hear that in this part of the video, right? This vehicle uses over 50% of the alloy to make it lighter, yet more energy absorbent. High-strength steel, light alloy high-strength steel, it's used a lot more on this vehicle than ever before. Things that you can't see, but are definitely there. And you understand all that once you're behind of the driver's seat. Once you see this frontal display, which I think it's looks right appropriate. All the things just where it's supposed to be, just where you expect them. In the I think, in the most beautiful way. We have this huge 12.8-inch screen. What is the new thing about it? Thing that you can see, the operating features are 50% faster than on one before. Hey, Mercedes, and everything else works 50% faster than it was before. All the buttons that you touch, reaction time, it's a lot faster. The clarity of everything, it's better, it's nicer. Again, you come to the Mercedes-Benz and you expect the best from the best. From things that are new and different, location of the air vents. Right now, you can see they're rectangular. What did we had on the model before? We had them a little bit squared. It's different. We want to tell you everything is different. The whole display that we write here, everything is of course operated on the left part of the steering wheel, controls everything that's in the front. Right part of the steering wheel, everything controls that's right here. Everything is a touch screen. Also, we can move these things forward, backwards. You just press, as you can see right now, we have the clear view of exactly what we have. We can zoom in and out with just the hand, but that's some of the things that we took from the cell phone industry, right? It's easier to connect. This is going to have the fingerprint menu. That's one of the things that's also the new of the vehicle. Right now we have the passenger door open so you can see me here through the camera, but as you can see right now, I can move this car. I can see the entire surroundings, what's around me and the vehicle, and this is cool. So, does it have the parking assistance? Of course. Didn't thought that you were going to ask that. Yes, of course it does have that. Heated seats, ventilated seats. Yes. Does it have that standard dash cam? Yes. Does it have the driver assistance now standard? Yes. Does the S580 come standard with the all-wheel drive? Yes. And the premium package was coming standard? Yes. It has a bunch of the new standard features. The price of the car was raised a little bit, but when you compare everything that you were getting before, if you would take all those things into account, you will notice that the vehicle is really not that much standard. Burmester 3D surround system, it is standard on the vehicle, but now we have the 4D surround sound. Well, sound is definitely not something I can describe you and tell you throughout the video. You need to come in for yourself once the vehicle becomes available and experience that. Burmester gives you one of the clearest sounds available in the industry. 4D surround sound lets you experience that even on the seat. Wow, can't wait to check that out. Cup holders, right? We have here USB-C power outlets. We do have here the wireless charging right now. Oh, we have the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto now. That's another new and exciting feature about this car. We do have quite a bit of the center console, not like the one before. We do have one hidden area right behind the screen right here that you can leave some of the things. Of course, the glove compartment where you have your fragrance inside, and quite a bit of things that you can leave on the interior. So what are some of the other details that will really, you will notice that will grab your eyes? Well, this on the overhead, the lighting that is right here, it's just one of those details you would never think that needs an improvement, but yes, Mercedes-Benz find out the improvement even in this. And you can control the interior lighting, the dimming, the rear sunshade and stuff like that, but that's all new and exciting. Now let me tell you something about the data about this vehicle. Like I already mentioned, it has a 50% more processing power compared to the previous system. It does have the 27 fewer hard keys compared to the previous system. This vehicle works on the 16 gigabyte RAM, right? So there are no new and exciting features about this vehicle. The latest screen technologies and the MBUX is available for the all occupants. Yes, up to 3 screens in the rear with the available executive lines that you can choose on this vehicle. Up to 7 different profiles are possible far as on this vehicle. It does have the standard, the fingerprint that comes standard, and if you have the 3D technology package, it is a face recognition, and it has a voice recognition that also comes standard on this vehicle. The new convenience function include pre-positioning of the driver's seat and outside mirrors according to the body side. maybe you didn't expect me when I said that let's go inside to be on the rear seat opposite of the driver in the S-Class, but thought to do this video a little bit different, because in the end of the day, this car is a little bit different. It has a lot of new surprises and a lot of things that are new, and not all are just evident when you see the car from the outside. Trust me on that. So let's go in the interior. One of the first things that struck me, we had interior ambient lighting from I believe in the 2014, but we started just with the 3 colors, then we move into the 12 colors, the 64 colors. Now the number is still the same, but as far as on the lighting on the interior, it is just so much better. That's one of the things when you go to see on the interior of the car, just grabs you. That's one of the things that will make you say, at least like me, was like, wow, that looks nice. And I chose this blue because it mentions my tie, my shirt, my pants, my shoes, down to my socks. Today's a blue day. Feel excited about this car, and I like color blue. So interior, we do have the blue lighting. We do now, again, this is the executive line. We do have the couple of screens, one for the passenger opposite of the driver, right behind of the driver, and then you have that huge 12.8 OLED screen, OLED organic light emitting diodes. That's about the best as you can get as far as, and we'll go in the central display and central control later. So let's talk about the experience in the back. Let's go and press some buttons and see what will happen. This might be familiar from the old S-Class and the old Maybach. What the vehicle does, it moves on to the front seat, so I have a little bit more space now in the front, right? It's move on all the way to the front. Of course, I do have the heated and the ventilated seats as far as on the back and the front. The other features that are available of this vehicle, I'm not sure how much camera can show this, but I have also the support for my legs. Well, I'm exactly on the 6 feet as far as on the height of my height. So I will extend this all the way. As you can notice, this seat is moving, right? It's nice. We can put the recliner back. Woo! Far as on the rear, I don't know what will your feeling to be, but right now at this very moment in the position that I am, I cannot believe I'm in the car, and I cannot believe that it's possible to travel like this, especially if there's something long distance. So now maybe you see the reason why I chose the rear seat to show you this as a first. Again, this is the executive line, and I think in the executive lines, besides the driver that can enjoy many of the other driving experience things, the next back seat is not at the front passenger, it's actually in the rear. Not to mention that we can close the windows. We have the double pane windows. Of course, it can isolate from the noise from the outside. I can wave the sun bye-bye. I'm here at the Scottsdale, Arizona. It gets hot. So yes, I want to blind a little bit the sun, and I can do that for the front. I can do that also for the rear. Of course, the panorama roof, it's already blinded, so I want to take a little snooze in about 2 p.m. Yeah, why not? It's all in the name of the effectiveness. But now, let's go back into the business mode. One of the things I want to point out, again, this vehicle is not available still for sale in the United States. It will be in a couple of months. But we do have the touchpad that I can regulate the things that are in front. As you can see, this is moving. I can regulate many of the things to my touchpad. But now, let's move on with the other things. So what else do we have? Right now, from the driver's side, I can see exactly what is my driver doing. You can see on this display right here, which I'm going to show you again in a little bit, the details. What's the accelerator? What's the percentage of the accelerator he's playing? What's the percentage of the brake that he's pressing? Can I control the things that are in the front from the rear seat? Yes, I can. Can I put the navigation and the features from here to the driver? Yes, I can. That's all new. That's all exciting. That's all the new toys that Mercedes-Benz is bringing powers on the S-Class, and enjoyment, not just for the driver, not just for the front passenger, but to the passengers on the back. As you can see, the complete comfort, the rear air conditioning from here, vents, rear air conditioning from here. Again, Scottsdale, Arizona, I'm talking about the rear air conditioning, I'm not talking about the heating. Did you have the controls for the rear vents? How much air do I want? What kind of a temperature? My seat can be, like I mentioned again, heated and cooled. This is enjoyment. Thank you for watching this video about the all new, all exciting, upcoming 2021 Mercedes-Benz S580 all-wheel drive executive line in this case. My name is Bojan Savic. Please do ask for me. I'll be happy to tell you a lot more, trust me, a lot more about this new and exciting features that this new S-Class 7th generation brings to you.